Welcome back. You're watching Good Things Delmarva. With me now is Jason Carpenter from the Brain Injury Association of Delaware. Jason, thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, after I did some research, this is a really interesting organization. And for those who don't know, what is it and what is its mission?
Okay, the Brain Injury Association is a 501c3 organization. We're obviously based in Delaware. What our mission is essentially to create a better future for individuals through education, prevention, and advocacy.
Gotcha. Now, I read that it started back in 1980, and how has it changed throughout the years?
We've evolved massively, especially in the last 4 years. We've essentially gone from a organization that basically dealt with just survivors, and now we start developing relationships with caregivers and professionals. And actually this year we're actually going to start vocational rehab, which is essentially getting individuals with brain injuries jobs.
Wow. We talk a lot in the news about concussions. Now, what is the most common form of a brain injury? Is it a concussion, or is it something we don't know about?
It is a concussion, actually. Concussions are the thing that nobody really pays attention to. I've actually had a couple of concussions myself. I walked them off and I didn't even know it was a brain injury. But yeah, those are very serious injuries. We need to let people know to get those checked out. There are other injuries such as an acquired brain injury, and what that is that's caused by something like an aneurysm or a brain tumor or even a stroke. So
I know that they put some new laws and regulations in, especially for athletes or, high school athletes. If you have a concussion, I think you have to stay off the field a little longer, get checked by the doctor. So is that all part of you guys fighting to get more action taken?
Well, as a 501c3, we can't really delve too much into legislation, but we certainly cheer that on.
Gotcha. Now, you guys have a big event coming up, and it's the first annual Hat Ball. Right. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, we've deemed it Embellish Your Melon, and essentially what it is a great fundraiser, something very fun for professional survivors and caregivers. We encourage anybody that comes in to wear a funny hat or something, anything on your head. I don't know exactly what people will be wearing, but it should be interesting. Yeah, exactly. It's $30 in advance. It's $35 at the door. We're going to have great music there, live music, acoustic music. It should be around jazz and Latin music. We're also going to have a carving station, finger foods. We'll have some sodas provided. There will be a cash bar if you're interested in that. And
which many people are.
Definitely. And it's on October 21st from 5:30 to 8:30.
And where is the event?
At Frazier's on the Water. That's in Dover. It used to be called the Lobby House.
Okay. And so this is the first one. What are you guys expecting? A big turnout?
We're expecting a very big turnout, actually. A lot of it has been donated, so we've been able to count just tickets coming in and all the income from that. And it seems to be a very, very good event. It seems to be a strong first-time thing.
Now, besides the hats, is this a dress? Is it a cocktail affair? Is it just to come after work?
We like to call it smart casual.
Okay, smart casual.
Yeah, so what you're wearing would be perfect, actually.
It's a smart casual.
There you go.
You know what? You probably see a lot of people who come in who have had brain injuries or somebody in their family has. Just explain to us a little how a brain injury affects a person or their family for people who have never had this happen.
Right. I can definitely give you a good example of that. From myself, my brother had a brain injury, a traumatic brain injury in 2009. Yeah, it's been quite a long time for me to go back and remember it, but it totally changes the life. It can happen to anybody at any time. It makes them think differently, act differently. The family definitely has to stand near them to take care of the changes. Another example is we have a volunteer who has a very young child who sustained a brain injury at 2 years old. Like I said, it can happen to anybody. And the changes of that, the different ways of learning, it just totally changes things.
Wow. So how has it affected you and your family?
It's made us really think about how we approach different people. I mean, every day you can run into someone with a brain injury and not even know it. Of course, we can understand and we can relate and we can figure it out, once we meet these people. But, it's really opened our eyes up and made us very, caring people, to be honest.
Wow. And this organization, are you constantly trying to get volunteers and people to come out and help?
Right, yeah, it's a constant struggle to get people to come out. I mean, we absolutely appreciate every single person who's come out, supported us. We are really trying to reach out a little bit more. Currently, we have about 250 paid members, and there's at least 15,000 individuals in the state of Delaware that need our help.
Wow.
So if we could boost that number up closer to that, that'd be wonderful.
And you've worked with a lot of people who have had brain injuries or families have. What has been some of the feedback you hear most? Or just is there one story that stands out to you of somebody who's come up to you maybe and said, thank you, for this organization?
A lot of the individuals have basically no social options, and to have them come up to us personally and say, thank you so much for getting me out of the house, it's a wonderful thing. Like my brother, as I said, he's been in the house for 10 years straight.
Wow.
So, to get him out over this past year has just been wonderful.
So the event is October
21st.
21st. You have the information on your screen. Remember to head out there. It sounds like an amazing event. And thank you so much for being here. We'll be right back. You're watching Good Things Delmarva.